Well, a very good Saturday afternoon for everybody, or whatever day you are rewatching this stream recording. Today is the Continental Online Day in Europe on the IVAO network. So there is a lot of ATC online, and to make use of that, we are going to do a bit longer flight than usual. We are flying from Charleroi to Madrid with the colors of Wizz Air and the A321Neo of Toliss. It's gonna be indeed a bit longer flight than I usually want to do online. 2 flights I usually want to do online. But with all the ATC, hopefully it's gonna be still more interesting than just a long, quiet period. So we are in Charleroi, as you can see, and we are in the A321 of Toliss. Before we start loading everything, I just want to show that I've actually made some extensions here. You can see that the stairs that the people are using here have the Charleroi logo. I think it's quite nice. And also these wood supply things have the brand that is actually present in Charleroi. So these are for a free ground service add-on. I think this is quite nice. And that you can make specific liveries also for the stairs and the food supply tracks. It's quite nice. Makes everything a bit more realistic. Anyway, we are back in the Toliss, and we'll just quickly start by fueling because I have not set that yet. So we need 8.8 tons of fuel. 8.8 tons of fuel, and we will have 1 ton of cargo and 200 passengers. And let's make the distribution a bit more forward, just for the sake of a bit different than always. And then we'll look at my checklist and just quickly start everything up and get going. And then if any point you have questions or comments, feel free to write in the chat. Whenever I look over there, I will try to answer everything. Alright, so we check that the engine master switches are off. The engine mode selectors are in normal. The landing gear lever is down. Battery voltages are above 25, that's good. Then we can put the 2 batteries on. And there is also external power available, so we also do that. And bright dome lights because it's daylight. And we check if the parking brake is on. Parking brake is on. Brake pressures are alright. External power is already on, and then we set the cockpit lights. We have started already with that. We turn these dials up. And also the MEDILs, or the flight computers, as you wish to call them. And there and there. Alright, and when they have passed their self-test, then we will have a quick look at the flap position. Flaps are retracted. Also here flaps are retracted, so that's good. And the speed brake lever is also retracted. Then we go a quick flow on the overhead. We always do from the bottom to up, and bottom to up. And like the philosophy of Airbus, we want to make everything, all the lights disappear. So the crew oxygen supply goes on, and we put the ADIRs to nav, always waiting until the on but disappears. Of course, in the simulation you could just go all the 3 and then wait for the last one, but let's be a bit more precise. And that is done. Then strobe lights go on, nav and logo lights go to 1 or 2, seatbelt signs on, no smoking signs auto, and the emergency lights go armed. Then we already put the dome lights to bright. We can test our annunciator lights. Everything seems to be lit, so that's good. Alright. Landing elevation is auto, crossbeat is auto. These are normal. The temperatures are fine. I will also set that we have, let's say, low pressure air. And then we can make sure that the temperature in the cabin doesn't get too high while people are boarding and we don't have the bleeds on yet. The external power is already on. We put the fuel pumps on. And then we'll do our fire test, but for those I will put these up here. And then you can see the feedback of the fire test. Hey Arne, you're flying to Malaga, very nice. That's also another Spanish destination. I think I've seen you depart from Brussels, maybe on WebEye, because I've seen somebody of my IVAO friends was departing from there. It must have been you. Alright, we have put the audio panels on, all the fire tests were passed, fuel pumps are on, then indeed the audio panels on, and we can even simulate in the sim that we check the 80s for Charleroi.
Charleroi / Brussels South Information Lima. 1300 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable. Visibility 10.
So of course this is the in-sim weather, but the live weather is quite good in Explain, so.
Dew point 5. Area QNH
so QNH is 123, we set QNH,
runway 24,
and we know that.
Runway 24. Advise on initial contact you have Lima.
Of course in IVAO it's not gonna be Lima, and there is no ATC above Charleroi, but there is Brussels control, so we'll in any case contact Brussels before we can start and push back end for our clearance, so that's not a problem. And then we need to initialize the Fmgs. So we put these two up, and here we look at our flight plan. Actually, with the Neo we don't even really need the second one. The second one I'm already gonna put on flight plan, because that's the view we will use. And I'm just gonna zoom in here a tiny bit more. But so we go at the data page, that's not necessary here indeed, so initialize init page, we go from Charleroi, so Echo Bravo Charlie India to Madrid, which is Lima Echo Mike Delta, Echo Bravo Charlie India, Lima Echo Mike Delta. We have an alternate to, I think, Bilbao, indeed, Lima Echo Bravo Bravo, Lima Echo Bravo Bravo is our alternate airport. Our flight is Wizz Air 2185. Wizz 2185. Our cost index is 12.12, and cruise level is 350, and the temperature there, we can check that also here. Minus 58, more or less everywhere. Gets a bit warmer later, it's a bit colder earlier, but minus 58 is a good temperature. And then the initialization for the ARS. This is the GPS position. We want to match that with our reference. So this is 28.1. 28.1. This is 427. 428.3. So that also needs to go a bit higher. 428.3. 428.3. 428.3. Okay, align on reference, confirm alignment, and then the IRS is in alignment. Good. And then this goes back to the route because we need that. And I will have to contact for the clearance Brussels. I think that's nothing else we can really do. We already expect runway 24 and receive for Yankee departure, but we'll in any case contact them to make sure. So the frequency for Brussels is, let's say 131.1, 131.1, so 131.1, 1311, and hopefully that's gonna be correct. Should be, because I can see it on the audio panel of IVAO. Okay, so who we are? We are with the 2185.
First control, Oscar Mike November Bravo, hello again. With your request, flight information services, we are currently inbound Beauvais.
We'll wait for the reply to the flight information request.
Oscar November Bravo, for information, Brussels City is now close to VFR. Lufthansa 55 Tango, stop following aircraft now. turn immediately right heading 330.
Lufthansa 55 Tango 330, right heading.
I think the volume might be a bit too much, but tell me if it's otherwise. Okay.
We leave level 250 for level 150 now, Alex Air for Delta. Line 955 contact tower 12078, goodbye.
12078 Papa, thanks for the service, bye bye.
France Portugal Charlie, contact Langen radar on 125, correction 124.9, goodbye, over.
Again 124, small minor France to Takeoff Charlie, bye bye.
Brussels Control, Wizz Air 2185, good afternoon.
Wizz Air 2185, Russia, go ahead.
Wizz Air 2185 is an A321 at Charleroi, requesting IFR clearance to Lima Echo Mike Delta.
Wizz Air 2185 ready, clear to Madrid via the Sierra 4 Yankee departure runway 24, climb flight level 60, stroke 7120.
Clear to Madrid runway 24, receive 4 Yankee departure initial climb flight level 60 and squawk 7120, Wizz Air 2185.
Wizz Air 2185, impact correct.
So we do 7110.
Mirabel 08, wind calm, runway 06, clear for takeoff.
06, clear for takeoff, Mirabel 08.
And we need the plan mode in the map so we can see what we are planning. Okay, so we are cleared as expected. There is not really other options.
55 Tango, turn right heading 160.
Lufthansa 5 Tango, right heading 160.
I will try to make the radio a bit more quiet while we are setting up here. Okay, Charleroi departure, runway 24, receive 4 Yankee, no transition, insert. That is correct, and then from Civre we go airways, and that's November 872, November 872, then an upper November 872, upper November 872, and that is via MEDIL, that's correct, then an upper Mike 728, upper Mike 728, via let's do that's via KOVIN. That might be the same, but let's undo that and do that as it's on the plan. Sometimes when they calculate intersections, that's not exactly as it's in the flight plan, and I want to make sure it's exactly like that. So from MEDIL we do upper November 872, upper November 872, and that goes to KOVIN. Okay, and then upper Mike 728, upper Mike 728, upper Mike 728, and that then upper November 857, upper November 857 via RESMI, and that's correct. And then OSMOB.
Lufthansa 55 Tango,
OSMOB.
right heading 220 and expecting ILS 25 Ferrari.
And from OSMOB we have a direct OSMOB direct to ARVID.
Clear it ILS 25 right. Lufthansa 5 Tango.
And then from ARVID we have airways upper Tango 424, upper Tango 424, and then upper November 10, upper November 10 via BPN indeed, and then to BANEV. BANEV. Insert, and that's Okay, and then to Madrid, I expect an arrival to 3-2 right. And there is a temporary procedure because one of the VORs is out of order, I mean out of use. So the arrival should be the ILS Victor runway 32 right, ILS 32 right Victor. With the arrival was the BANEV 2 Delta, BANEV 2 Delta, and via Asbin, I think. That's where the arrival takes us. Charts, airports. This is the arrival. BANEV 2D takes us to Asbin, and then via Asbin. No transition insert. And that is looking good on the map too. Good. Let's quickly program the alternate. That's here, and the alternate route. That's quite straightforward. So we do a departure from Madrid 32 right. 32 right, there is no SID. Go to Sierra India Echo. Sierra India Echo. And that is probably this one, because this is where Madrid is.
Contacting
Okay. And then upper November 858. Upper November 858 to Delta Golf Oscar. Delta Golf Oscar. Okay, and then from there we have an arrival to the 30. And then we have to check that quickly. Lima Echo Bravo Bravo. Let's check the arrival. The arrival was the DGO1 Quebec. DGO1 Quebec. That's the Domingo, okay. Domingo 1 Quebec arrival. Where does that end? Domingo 1 Quebec. That is at Sarah. So Sarah, and the runway was the 30 from Sarah.
To Banana 925, flight level 340 with you.
Arrival, the approach, ILS C or localizer, so ILS C, and does that come from Sarah? Yes, and there is a Sarah, okay.
Sir, so you can point to fly for Cabana 925.
So ILS Zulu, ILS 30 Zulu via the Quebec, via Sarah. No transition insert. Okay, and this should be... Okay, this looks good. That does not look good, something is not okay. So there is a hold. Then it comes... Ah yeah, okay, so you have to do one loop. Okay, that's fine like that. Okay, flight plan is done. Let's do our... we don't need these charts so far, we'll probably not need them. Okay, and this is done. Let's put it back to arc. Constraints, terrain. And let's also stop the services outside because I think that was enough. So let's remove the catering, the loader and the stairs.
Yeah, no problem with this wind for us for the runway 06.
And then we can close the doors too.
So we fully accept the runway 06.
The fuel can also go away.
Yep.
Okay. And yeah, for visual, I also remove the GPU, but it's still there. Okay, and let's close the doors. We could have them on auto too, but then it's a bit tricky with the ground services. Okay, so we close the doors. We can actually see down here that all doors are going to be closed. And then we can go to the init bay page. Okay, doors are closed, good. And on the init B page, we will give in some performance values. So it's 70.6 tons, and center of gravity is at 27.7. Block fuel is 8.8.
7.55,
and then there is a half-hour extra time, so that's good. And that extra is beyond the alternate airport. Okay, and then just the performance. We don't need toga thrust, so it's 150, the V1, 152, 152, and 154. Transitional use okay, and the trim setting is flaps 1 and down 0.1.
Brussels control, good afternoon, V-line 1240,
Black stamp is 50.
double flight level 370.
Okay, and the throttle reduction altitude is 2,100 feet, that's correct, that's 1,500 above the airfield elevation.
I think 180 will Luxor for Delta.
Okay, so this is done, this is on flight plan. We can actually prepare the next frequency, it's going to be in France. And that's going to be... we don't actually know that. It's going to be either 128.105 or 127.555. We'll see about that. We are clear to flight level 60, so that's what we say. Our QNH is set, the altitude is matching what we expect. We don't need a secondary flight plan, the frequencies are set, init is set, performance is set. Okay, then we are ready for startup. We set the barrow, FD buttons are pressed, LS scales and ND mode is set, speed max, ATC altitude is set, loudspeaker volume is set, timers on main panel reset. Switching panels, everything is normal. Transponder code is entered. Alt RPT RG is not yet set to on, but we can do that. Oh yeah, it's set to on, so we've done that. Good. System 1 is selected, and above, during the climb, we see more airplanes above us. And performance and flight plan is set, so we are okay to starting the APU. So we say master switch on. And then start, and then here we should be able to see, not here, but here, should be able to see the APU starting up, and then after that we will ask for push and start. We can already plan actually the pushback, because in any case it's gonna be here.
Control from Europe 857 Charlie, good afternoon.
Ground to cockpit, Plaza no late, call me through the menu when you are ready.
Expect vector the LS runway 24, maintain present heading.
Runway 24 LS, Europe 857 Charlie.
Europe 857 Charlie, maintain present heading.
Maintain present heading,
Alright, the APU is almost available. The APU is available, good. Then we can set the external power on and the APU bleed off. Sorry, other way around. So external power off and APU bleed on. And we are ready for pushback actually. We can do a before start checklist already. And so the cockpit preparation is complete, gear pins and covers are removed, of course, signs are on and auto, ADIRs on nav, fuel quantity is set, takeoff data is set, barrow reference is set, windows and doors are closed, beacon light goes on, the mobile phones are off, thrust levers are idle, and the parking brake is set, so before start checklist is complete.
Ryanair 315.
Okay.
You'll have to change between flight level 330 or 350, let me know.
We expect to continue our climb to flight level 350.
Right, 315, climb 350.
Wilco 15.
Wizz Air 2185 requesting push and start.
Wizz Air 2185, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Wizz Air 2185. Okay, then...
Wizz Air 2185, you have November 7.
Now it's driving up.
Say again for Wizz Air 2185.
Wizz Air 2185, you have November 7, holding point.
A firm, we have November 7.
Perfect.
So that's November 7 is the new scenery. Of course we have that
Clear for Delta,
made
turn
that.
left heading 080, clear the ILS 06.
Left heading 080, clear the 06, clear for Delta.
0857 Charlie, descent flight level 60.
Descent flight level 60, around 85 Charlie.
Alright, just a quick briefing of the departure while we're getting pushed back here.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
So the departure is very straightforward. We are doing the C4 Yankee, and after basically we intercepted
Control, good evening. Telephone correct, my echo. Flight 230 inbound.
So we intercept the 245 radial from Gosley, and then at the 6 DME we'll make a turn towards the VOR. It's a Takan, it's not even a VOR, I think.
Lima Echo Post, co-located?
Yes, Takan. Oh no, Takan not co-located. Okay, so there is a VOR also there. Fine. So it's going to be a departure.
And bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
And then we can also start, so release parking brakes. And then we start the block timer.
Start engines.
And then for starting the engines, we put that here. We put the dual cooling on. And then we can start engine number 2. And that will first start the cooling sequence of 30 seconds before the engine starts.
Control, Transavia Force 1, inbound Rousey with you.
Delta Lima Echo, please go guidance.
Go guidance, Delta Force Lima Echo.
Okay, so the cooling timer is still going.
3000 feet, QNH 1022.
And then when the timer is done, then you will see the N1 rising. Okay, timer is done. N2 rising.
3000 feet, QNH 1022, 857 Charlie.
Transavia 461, radar contact. Proceed direct LN.
Direct LN, Transavia 461.
And soon N1 is going to rise. Okay, N1 is rising.
Direct, Transavia 461, direct for Helen.
Okay.
Line 25 Charlie Yankee, confirm climb.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
We set the parking brake. And then
Disconnecting
we start
Charlie
engine
Yankee
1.
climbing to flight level 350. Link 5 Foxtrot Yankee, contact Amsterdam radar 125750. Link 5 Foxtrot Yankee, contact Amsterdam radar 125.750.
125.750, provide service morning, Foxtrot.
Okay, and engine 1 is also spooling up.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal of the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay. N1 is available. Back to normal. And the Q-link can also go back off.
Proceed direct Genome, Delta Foxtrot Echo Lima Echo.
We'll get the sign. Okay, we are okay for taxi. But before we do that, we still do ground spoilers armed.
Yeah, the disconnect.
Rudder reset, flaps for takeoff.
I reconnected in your sector.
And we need a trim down of 0.1, trim down 0.1, set. Flap set, pitch trim set, engine, and yeah, anti-ice. We'll do anti-ice too, because it's quite cold. And APU master and APU bleed can go off. APU bleed off. Temperatures or normal temperatures. How is the cabin temperature before we start going here?
Europe 857 Charlie, turn right heading 110.
262618, okay, so we can...
Right, 110, up
85. That's gonna be fine. As soon as there's gonna be more airflow, it's gonna be fine. After start checklist, anti-ice is that as required, ECAM status is checked, nothing is faulty, pitch trim is set, rudder trim is 0, so after start checklist is complete. Then we can request taxi. Is there 2185 requesting taxi?
With our 2185 taxi, Mike 7, November 7, only point runway 24, QNH 1022.
Taxi Mike 7, November 7, holding point runway 24, QNH 1022, with our 2185. Okay, but in the sim it was I think still 102.3, so I'm gonna leave it on 2.3. I'm just gonna put the ATC a bit louder because now we need to hear them a bit.
NRC 15, contact line and radar 124.
Okay, let's roll. Brakes off, taxi lights on and runway turn off lights.
124.9. Thank you for your service. Have a nice weekend. See you next time. Bye bye. Ryanair 315.
Good day, Ryanair 1.
So Mike 7, November 7, pretty straightforward. Auto brake for takeoff maximum.
25 Charlie Yankee, contact line and radar 125, contact 124.9.
Right.
I changed to 124.9. Thank you for your service. Beeline 25 Charlie Yankee.
Controls are full and free. Let's tell the cabin that we are getting ready for takeoff, and the takeoff config test is normal, so we are ready basically.
Stand 4 Eco Papa process control radar contact, proceed direct 10, climb flight level 250.
And there is a Ryanair behind us.
Can you repeat the direct proceed direct? For Echo Papa.
Stand 4 Eco Papa, climb flight level 250, proceed direct 10, Echo, Tango, Echo, November, Echo.
Ground flight 250, proceed direct 10, transfer for Echo Papa, thank you.
Europe 857 Charlie, turn right heading 210, clear the LH24.
Right, 210, correct?
Affirm.
Turn right, 210, clear for ILS.
Okay, before brake temperatures are okay, engine mode service is set, F1 can stay on landing, okay.
That's approved, thanks for service, 6 for Delta Boy.
And 1 Alpha Echo, radar contact, proceed direct Matuk.
Direct Matuk, meine Warnung.
Customs control, bonsoir. Polaris Puma Yankee, level 230, inbound Kilo Oscar Kilo.
Europe 1805, contact Paris, correction range 127.55.
Allez, read back and then we can
You
go.
said Europe 1805, contact Paris 128.105, affirm, confirm.
Negative range 127.555.
127.555, Europe 1805, bye bye.
With that 185 at holding point November 7, runway 24, ready for departure.
With that 185, winds calm, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Runway 24, clear for takeoff with that 185. Okay, then we go transponder TNRA, landing lights, those will like take off strobe on, once more tell the cabin that we are going. Landing lights, nose lights, strobe lights, weather rudder, we also put the weather rudder on. And here I like to see the weather radar, and also for the transponder it's a better view, I like that. Then before takeoff checklist, flight controls are full and free, flight instruments are checked, brief FIM is confirmed, flap setting is 5 confirmed, FMA takeoff data is set and checked, transponder set econ memo, takeoff no blue, cabin stack of takeoff, engine mode selector is normal, take assistant TRA and PEX can stay on before takeoff checklist is complete.
Polar 2, Mike Yankee, Mayday Roger, proceed direct to Bruno. Expected is runway 25 right, descent flight level 110.
Roger, proceeding direct Bruno, expecting 25 right and descending 110, Polar 2, Mike Yankee.
Europe 857 Charlie, winds calm, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 24.
Okay. Then takeoff, I have control.
Polar 2 Mike Yankee, can you confirm the waypoint Bruno?
Polar 2 Mike Yankee, FM on the ILS 55 right short, you will find Bruno VOR, Bravo Uniform November.
Roger, thanks.
Polar 2 Mike Yankee, control will be ready immediately for the approach.
Affirmative, Polar 2 Mike Yankee.
What?
Transavia 554, Brussels Control, good evening.
We want to rotate.
Climbing to final 6000.
Transavia 554, Brussels Control, radar contact, climb flight level 250, direct to tunnel.
Climb to flight level 250 and direct the tunnel. Transavia 554.
And bye bye Charleroi.
Area 461 reaching top of descent, request slow descending.
Area 461 descent, flight level 180.
Descent 180, Area 461.
Okay, throttle reduction altitude.
Lufthansa 180 Charlie, contact Langen 124.9.
But that right on 124, this 19, confirm.
And after takeoff checklist, landing gear is up, flaps are not yet retracted.
Again, direct.
Lufthansa 180 Charlie, sorry, the frequency change is now 133.435.
133.435 for 180 Charlie, bye bye.
With 2185 radar contact, proceed direct to MEDIL, climb flight level 210.
Direct MEDIL, climb flight level 210, Wizz Air 2185. And flaps up, and then direct MEDIL. Very nice.
Europe 857 Charlie, taxi your discretion, bye bye.
And then now we can do an after takeoff checklist. Transition altitude is 45, we'll wait for that, set standard barrow, and then we do a checklist.
857 Charlie.
Well, not too much to see, the whole of Belgium is under low level cloud, so... Okay, Barrow standard and now, and after takeoff checklist, landing gears up, flaps are retracted, check, specs are on, we didn't put them off to start with, and the standard Barrow is set, so after takeoff checklist is complete. Flight 2100 is set, the next frequency is probably going to be 127555. I'm going to set that, 127555, and if it's that one, and in the meantime, of course, Brussels approach also came online a bit too late. It will be REMS control if it's that frequency.
Colonia 479, Brussels control, radar contact, proceed direct MEDIL.
Good day, William, the Colonia 479.
Colonia 479, climb flight level 360.
And climb 360, the Colonia 479.
Radar 2, Mike Yankee, contact Brussels approach 118.255, goodbye.
Brussels approach 118.255, Predator to Mike Yankee, thanks for your bye.
And is MEDIL already the border? Yeah, probably, so we should expect that the frequency change very soon. And in the meantime, crossing flight level 100, so landing lights off, and the passengers can walk around.
6 called Victor, contact Paris 118, sorry, 128.105.
Victor is 128.105.
Reserve 2185, contact Paris 128.105. Goodbye.
Paris on 128.105, thank for the service, bye bye. Wizard 185. It's 128.105, of course the different frequency than we expected, but 128, oops, 105, 128.105.
2105 main flight level 250 inbound meeting.
Well, we don't hear much of that. Thanks for the nice flight, Bishop Tank. We are going to be flying back from Kortrijk from Nuremberg. Very nice. Alright, contract for Paris. Paris control with 2185. Good afternoon, climbing flight 210, crossing flight 121 inbound MEDIL.
Wizard 2185, bonjour, climb flight level 290.
Climb flight level 290, Wizard 185.
UD6 will take your Paris control, which is flight level 230 inbound MEDIL.
I guess Hank, you're still flying the
bonjour, climb flight level 270.
Lux Aviation Tour. Alright, there is also no icing, so let's turn all the icing off.
12, Victor Hotel identifié, montée niveau 190 via cible.
And let's probably prepare the next frequency. Oh, that's gonna be still far, I think. Because the low level frequency is REMS and the other one is... Yeah, that's Paris. There is REMS at lower level and Paris at higher, I think. 128.105, that's what we are on, right? 128.105, yes. Okay, then the next one is probably only Bordeaux at 125.105.
Center control, Clipper 226 with you was at 127.555, but doesn't seem to be on. Do you have me?
Say it again.
Clipper 226 with you. 127.555 is not responding, so I'm wondering if you have control of me. Clipper 226.
Is there nobody around us? The transponder is so quiet. Yeah, indeed, there is only... Oh, we are still low, okay. Indeed, the climb in the A321 is usually very, very slow compared to the 737, for example. But if that's economic, then that's economic, right? Who am I to question that? But so yes.
France 12, Victor Hotel, tournez à droite, direct Papa Golf 101 et après direct à Goumba.
I find it always funny when in France half of the people who are on IVAO are speaking French.
Alors à droite, direct Papa Golf 101 et après on route sur Agopa, Air France 12 Victor Hotel. Copenhagen 925, descent 5, caution 3000 feet. Descent 3000 feet, Copenhagen 925. Duty 6 Go Victor, climb flight level 290, contact France 125, caution 127 555, bye-bye.
Oh, that might have been me. I missed that. No, I think that was the Beauty. I can hear them very quietly, the Beauty one. Yeah, that was not me, that was for the Beauty. Now we see it also with the text message. Okay, but then maybe I will also go to RAM still at 127.555, we'll see. There is not much else to do for a while now.
Well, 925 turn left heading 110, clear the race approach 1009 left.
Are good, temperature good, a bit colder there and warmer here.
Runway 09 left, 1925.
And the weather is tiny bit improving. Oops, there is a reload. Okay. Okay, we don't need Charleroi maps anymore, so that's good. That can go away. For Madrid, we already have the arrival chart, the approach chart, and then let's prepare some taxi charts also in the meantime. There is a ton of taxi charts, so maybe we'll also look into the airport briefing for the arrivals. There's lots of temporary verbs. And then airport. So there is an airport chart. Big airports. Okay. So we'll probably come on 32 right. This is 32 right, and then take some exit at the end. And then we'll see where we get our taxi. But let's do airport taxi routes.
At flight level 150, Romeo Alfa Romeo 710.
And then for the stands, when we are there, we'll open the chart. That's fine. There is a ton of frequencies too, and the QNH is now 1021 in Madrid and only 13 degrees. That's not very warm. Also, those who are still watching, thanks for being here, and feel free to write something in the chat, because otherwise this is going to be a boring flight.
Again, cosine.
Right, and now I can see somebody on the TCAS. See, there is somebody above us, 6,700 feet above us. And in front, I think it was the Beauty actually. Can check on WebEye. Indeed, it's the Beauty 6 Golf Victor going to Alicante. So for a while we might go on the same route. And we'll still get an extra climb because we are only clear to flight level 290. So we still are waiting for that, otherwise everything else is done. Taxi
Je passe sur Unicom, Corsica 32 c'est pour le contrôle, à bientôt, au revoir.
Alpha Romeo 710, vector LS runway 08, right, on left heading 295, distance flight level 130.
Heading 295, descend to 130, Romeo 710.
Passance 12, Victor Hotel, direct normal, montée niveau 350. 925.
Direct Armal et on monte au niveau 350 à France du Victor Hotel.
Cuba 925, number 1, runway 09 left, 180 degrees, 5 north, clear at land.
I hope that the audio is good.
Number 1, we're 3 land, runway 09 left, Cuba 925.
And everything is audible well.
There is control, good day, Easy 1673 with you, inbound Qatar, descending flight level 300.
Easy 1673, bonjour, direct Banox, distance flight level 110.
Direct Banox and descending 110, Easy 1673.
Flight control, please repeat the heading. It is 295 or 205, Romeo 710.
710 is now heading 290.
290, Romeo 710.
Fox Hotel Juliet 33, autorisé Banox 6 Echo, Dash ILS 8 droite.
Autorisé Banox 6 Echo, Dash ILS 8 droite, G33.
Paris contrôle, bonjour monsieur, François 356 Delta, Ando 340, route Ardol.
Soleil 356 Delta, Paris bonjour, autorisé arrivée Ardol 9 Echo.
Autorisé approche Ardol 9 Echo. Soleil 356 Delta.
Romeo Alpha, Romeo 710, distance flight level 110.
Descent flight level 110, Romeo Alpha, Romeo 710.
200 en fréquence.
That's the flight level of the Beauty in front of us. It's also planned flight level 350. So we might not get the same altitude because they are quite
with
close.
2185, contact France 127.555, correct.
Rams on 127.555, is that 285, thanks, bye. Okay,
454, Paris, contrôle, bonjour.
France 504, Paris, bonjour, autorisé arrivée Amboise 9 Echo, quand prêt, descendez niveau unité 50.
Okay, 127.555. Wait a few seconds to see if we are talking to somebody. Rams control is there 2185, good afternoon, climbing flight level 290, crossing flight 280, inbound KOVIN.
With 2185, Rams control, bonjour, 25, stop climb level 330.
Climb flight level 330, with 285. 330, so probably we'll stay a bit lower.
France, Papa Whisky, autorisé à gauche, 4040.
À gauche 040, on a peut-être pas ici.
Because of the traffic in front of us who is climbing to flight level 350 to keep a bit of separation, but fine.
Contrôle, bonjour, l'XR 408 en montée vers le niveau 7-0, libéré par la tour de Lille. Bonjour monsieur.
XR 408 Reims, bonjour, contactez Paris 128 105.
On passe sur Paris, merci à vous, bonne journée. XR 408.
So you can actually see that if we have to fly the whole trip, flight level 2 lower, so...
Control route evening, sir. Stop this 69 Bravo Fox, request clearance to Marseille, Provence.
Instead of 350, 330, then we have an extra 75 kilograms of fuel use, so that's it's minimal, that's nothing. That's no problem.
Bravo Fox, twice calling, that's correct?
Affirmative, top 69 Bravo Fox.
You can also check our fuel use actually.
Top 69 Bravo Fox, I could back in 1 minute.
So we are just past KOVIN, inbound Dukra. So between KOVIN and Dukra we should still have 6.9-ish on board. Oh, we still have more because of the shortcut to MEDIL, so we still have 7.3. So plenty of fuel aboard. Can we see the person in front of us?
TD6, contact London 135055, good day.
In front and above.
135055, thank you for your service, have a great day.
There is the beauty.
Transporteur Whiskey, descendez 4000.
That's the traffic in front. It's a bit of a pity that there is
Info, 7 heure, Crash Control, bonjour, identify, climb level 360, turn left, proceed direct to MEDIL.
There is no contrails for the other traffic and explain would make it nicer.
QT6, call Victor, contact Paris 128105, good day. American Transporteur Whiskey, tournez à la droite, 410, interceptez l'ILS 1715.
À droite, 100 et on intercepte l'ILS 15, France s'appelle.
Top 69 Bravo Foxtrot?
Yep, 69 Bravo Foxtrot.
Yeah, sorry for delay, evacuate destination, Maroc 7 Sierra, runway 15 for departure, scope 0663, and initial climb level 80.
Maroc 7 Sierra departure, runway 15, initial climb 80, scope 0663, so top 69 Bravo Foxtrot.
Top 69 Bravo, back if correct, and when ready, push and start is approved.
It's correct, and when ready, push and start is approved, top 69 Bravo Foxtrot.
With 2185, contact Paris 128.105, good day.
Paris on 128.105, thanks for service, bye bye, Visit 2185. Okay, it's a bit strange because I think I've already been on that frequency. But okay. Okay. Okay, frequency has changed. Body control Wizard 2185. Good afternoon, flight level 330 inbound Dukra. And
Québec Fox 150. Québec Fox 150. Québec Fox, bonjour, montée niveau 370. 370 Québec. Fox Hotel, Delta Kilo Yankee, contact Charleroi 123 875, au revoir. Contact Charleroi sur 123 875, Fox Kilo Yankee, au revoir.
Et 356, Delta pour descendre.
Allez, contrôle, est-ce que vous m'écoutez? Niveau du vol, Zulu Papa 957 290. Bonjour, stand-by. Fox Hotel Juliette 33 à droite, cap, maintenez le cap 060, au cap autorisé approcher LS, piste 08 droite, numéro 1.
Au cap autorisé approcher LS, piste 08 droite, on est numéro 1, Juliette 33.
Juliette 33, descendez 4000 pieds sans délai.
On descend 4000 pieds, Juliette 33.
Paris contrôle, Air France 21, tranquille.
Ah bah je vous rappelle un par un, vous êtes nombreux.
Am I lot of crosstalk? Nobody's...
Easy 1673, you are not clear below, flight level 110. Climb and reach flight level 110 and maintain, I call you back.
Climb, yeah, we are at 106, so we maintain 110 and approaching Banox, easy 1673.
Ouais, c'est 356 Delta pour descendre.
We're not clear to intercept, continue present heading.
Et 356 Delta, on est prêt à descendre.
France Soleil 356 Delta, descendez niveau 150.
150, 356 Delta.
Valley Control with R2185, flight level 330 in band RESMI.
Ouais, bonsoir, France 33 Delta Québec, montée niveau 130. Stop. Air France 33 Delta Québec, bonjour, montée niveau 370. Montée niveau 370 Delta Québec. Bridge 185 identified again, do not read back. WT 6 Core Victor identified again, don't call back.
Ok.
Donc c'était le 33 numéro 1, piste 08 droite, 252 et 4 nœuds,
we are identified again. And there is the other traffic.
Piste 08 droite, Fox Hotel 103.
Alpha Romeo 710, turn left heading 130.
I think we are going to overtake them. Nice.
Left heading 130, Romeo 710.
Easy 1673, vector ZS runway 08 right, turn left heading 045.
Turn left 045, easy 1673.
Alors 800, pour l'XR 408, vous me recevez?
XR 408, rebonjour, direct d'Isaac, montée niveau 3, caution 290.
290, direct d'Isaac, XR 408.
Budget 147 en fréquence.
Ouais, Budget 147, niveau 270, route Kibat.
147, bonjour, direct Respo.
Direct Respo, Budget 147.
La France 504, contact Orly 123, décimal 87580.
340, direction Loli.
Bonjour, standby.
Et on contacte Orly approche 123, décimal 875, au revoir.
Romeo Alpha Romeo 710, turn left heading 060, clear direct approach runway 08 right, number 2, 15 miles, behind average 3021.
Turn left heading 10, correction 060, clear direct approach runway 08 right, report 5 miles, Romeo Alpha Romeo 710.
Easy 1673, descend 5000 feet to H1022, and expect number 3 for the sequence.
Descend 5,000 feet to H1022 and the number 3 for sequence, easy 1673.
Easy Italia 1165 with you.
Okay, but the next sequence is going to be
1165, bonjour, climb flight level 290.
290 for Easy Italia 1165.
Air France 21, 31. Bonjour.
Bonjour, je vous rappelle rapidement.
Okay, 15105, then the next. Other fuel, oh, plenty.
200, autorisé, Cambrai 5 Delta, descendez 5000 pieds, une H 1022.
On descend au niveau 5000 pieds et une H 1022, ici 2.
France 12, Victor Hôtel, contactez Bordeaux, 125 décimal 105, au revoir.
Avec Bordeaux, 125 décimal 105, merci du contrôle et bonne soirée.
Delta 95, Victor Sierra, bonjour, autorisé Cambrai 5 Delta, direct Cambrai.
Autorisé Cambrai 5 Delta, direct Cambrai, Volta 95 Victor Sierra.
France 63, Québec Fox, montée niveau 390, procédé direct Lerga.
390, direct Lerga, Québec Fox.
France 356 Delta, direct Eboma, descendez niveau 100.
Direct Eboma, on procède direct Eboma, on descend niveau 100, 356 Delta.
Easy 1673 at descending, clear by LS approach runway 09, correction 08 right, number 3.
From present heading, cleared LS 08 right, number 3, easy 1673, thank you.
Paris Control, bonjour Alpine 54, X Delta avec vous, niveau 340.
Alpine 54, X Fred Delta, bonjour, direct Ardol, autorise Ardol 9 Ego.
Direct Ardol et autorise Ardol 9 Ego, Alpine X Fred Delta.
Well, everything is looking fine. How do I turn off?
Establish ILS 08 right, Ramel from 710.
Alpha 710, number 2, 12 miles per hour, reach 321, runway 08 right, wind variable 3 knots, clear to land.
And where are we gonna be? On the top of the descent, it's still very, very far, but progress, sorry.
710, this copy.
Ramel from 710, number 2 on arrival, but the information didn't copy. Ramel from 710.
710, copy that, number 2, 12 miles, runway 08 right,
Yeah, I
variable
didn't
3
set
knots,
up
clear
the
to land.
winds. Normally I set up the winds too, I didn't do it this time. That's alright. So we are expected to be landing at 3 minutes past 6.
710, clear to land 08 right.
That's still a long time.
Clear to land, runway 08 right.
About 1.5 hours.
Easy 167, turn right, heading 060, intercept localizer runway 08 right, number 3.
And we are...
Right heading 060 and intercept localizer runway 08 right, number 3, easy 1673.
Air France 33 Delta Québec, montée niveau 370, route La Butte, La Tame.
Now we are really overtaking somebody. Well, the same beauty of course. Slightly different routes. Interesting.
33 Delta Québec, route La Butte, La Tame.
Répétez pour le 33 Delta Québec.
Delta Québec, route La Butte, La Tame.
Yeah, I know today's stream is not the most exciting, but I wanted to fly a longer flight.
Eh bien, direct La Butte et ensuite La Tame.
On est en route La Butte actuellement.
Oui, et après La Tame, c'est ce que je dis.
Donc après La Butte, route La Tame, merci.
La piste est dégagée, Fox Hotel J33.
Fox Hotel Juliette 33, Sierra 3, traversée, pardon, Sierra 6, traversée la 08 gauche, roulée au 2S, Virico.
Sierra 6, on traverse la 08 gauche et on roule Sierra Echo. Enfin, parking Echo, Juliette 33, pardon.
Bonjour, standby, Italia 1165, climb, flight level 390.
390 for Italia 1165.
France 2131, bonjour, mise en route approuvée à Trex 5 Hôtel, piste 08 gauche, transpondeur 2024.
La Trex 5 Hôtel, piste 08 gauche, 2024 transpondeur, France 2131.
Oui. XR 408, en français.
XR 408, on arrive au niveau de la 0.
408, montée niveau 350.
350 XR 408.
Voilà, 8654 identified, proceed direct Tabo. Station Police, Tanguy Corsair. Ici 200, descendez 3000 pieds, autorisé à approcher la Zulu, piste 26.
Hi Bo.
On descend 3000 pieds, autorisé LS Zulu.
Unfortunately, right now there is not too much happening.
On se soleil 356 Delta,
Still a long
cruise
until our descent to Madrid, and it's still too early to start briefing about the descent too. But if you have any questions or you want to just chat, feel free to write in the chat.
Control, the Colonia 479er inbound RESMI fly level 360.
479, bonjour, identified, are you able to climb flight level 370?
No sir, request fly level 350, the Colonia 479er.
479, copy that. Unfortunately, I have traffic ahead minus 10 miles, so it will not be possible, so it will be 370 or descend to 330.
You can see that the traffic is just on our right, like 8 miles, 2,000 feet above.
479, copy that. I have better way, so you can now descend to flight level 350. I'll call you back if necessary.
Okay, Roger, descend flight level 330, Colonia 479er.
Easy 1673, runway 08 right, number 2, moving by Vol 3, now clear to land.
Number 2, runway 08 right, clear to land, easy 1673, thank you.
Polo TA 95, Victor Sierra, vous serez prêt à descendre d'ici 6 minutes.
Affirme, Polo TA 95, Victor Sierra.
Reçu, Victor Sierra, alors quand prêt, descendez niveau 290.
On descend niveau 290, Polo TA 95, Victor Sierra.
But soon we should be
bonjour monsieur, Air France 3105 libéré par Brest, on est au 290, on fait route vers l'UTIP.
We are not officially racing, of course.
Bonjour, guidage DLS piste 08 droite.
They are the other plane is on a slightly different route. If you see that now he's a bit even going further away from us.
Unité 0 et on descend au niveau 110, Air France 3105.
So we are not really racing, but if I was the captain I would make the announcement. Passengers to the right. The other plane is challenging us to race, so please fasten your seatbelts. Of course, joking, but so it's nice with the online day. There's a lot of traffic. It's not as extreme. A few years ago there was much more traffic on this event.
Romeo 710, cross runway 08 left, taxi at discretion.
Cross runway 08 left, taxi at discretion, Madame Alpha 110.
Spigot 147, contact terrain, 127, décimal triple 5. Bonne journée.
It seems like Bordeaux has gone offline. That's like the only frequency not online above here on this part of Europe. I hope we'll still get them back before we exit the area of Paris. Otherwise we'll have to be on Unicom for a while.
Bonjour, route Latra, Atride.
But if that happens, at least I can brief the approach and the arrival to Madrid. Yeah, I've been I think they are more the same.
À bientôt, au revoir, à la prochaine, bonne fin d'après-midi.
It's a long time ago that I've been on WhatsApp.
Contacter à tour de l'île 118 550 bientôt.
For some reason when I restarted simming I went to IVAO like 12 years ago when I was in Flight Simulator first and I was on WhatsApp. I think when I was looking into it 2 years ago, the website of IVAO looked nicer than the website of WhatsApp, and that was why I made my decision. But they are more the same, so...
C'est pas une 54X Delta, c'est en français.
Alpha 54X Delta, je dis.
Ouais, 54X Delta, direct Ocrix, quand près descente de niveau 100.
Direct Ocrix et on descendra niveau 100 dès que près, Alpha X Delta.
Now we should have 6.2 in remaining at depth bomb. We are almost over depth bomb. We have 6.5 almost remaining, so the fuel is good.
Air France 3105, tournez à gauche de 10 degrés cap 100, descendez, alors oui à gauche de 10 degrés donc cap 100 et descendez niveau 70.
À gauche au 400 et on descend niveau 70, Air France 3105.
Lucky 6 go Victor LD my sector, frequency 10 to over.
Unfortunately it's gonna be Unicom for us too.
Paris Control, bonsoir. Southwest 35 Zulu Heavy, passing flight level 2204, flight level 230 inbound Dover. West 35 Zulu, bonjour, identified, proceed direct Lesdo, climb flight level 290. Direct Lesdo, climb flight level 290, Southwest 35 Zulu.
Air France 2131, prêt pour le taxi.
Air France 2131, roulez Tango 3, point d'attente piste 08 gauche, Tango 3,
I'll try
Echo,
to set my voice louder. Let's see. Okay, that means...
Point d'arrêt 08 Watt via Tango Echo.
Paris Control, running minute hotel 14, flight level 330 inbound aircraft. Calling 9 Hotel Alpha, bonjour, identified, turn left, direct Dirmo, maintain flight level 330.
I hope it's going to be better now.
Left direct Dirmo, maintain flight level 330, running minute hotel.
It's a bit difficult because some people on the frequency are also for me much louder, and the controller has an average voice. It's difficult to set it that all the voice levels are perfectly good, because even for me listening to the radio, some people are louder, some people are more quiet.
Easy 1603, correction, Easy 1673, cross runway 08 left, on the other side, frequency kind of close, gate of shores, bye-bye.
Cross runway 08 left, after the crossing, frequency change approved. Thank you for your service and see you next time. Ciao from Easy 1673. Ciao.
Travel flight 179, montée niveau 250. France 63 Québec Fox, alors je viens de voir qu'il y a Marseille, pour l'instant il ne m'a pas contacté, donc restez avec moi, de base on se faisait un point avec Marseille, donc je vous rappelle. On reste ok.
Call these lakes.
France 3105, descendez 5000 pieds QNH 1022, à droite cap unité 5, interceptez le lock, piste 08 droite, pardon 08 gauche.
I'm glad to hear it's better now. For the
On
voice.
descend 5000 pieds à droite, unité 5 pour intercepter le lock 08 gauche, Air France 3105.
All these lakes down below are, I think, around the...
Victor Sierra, rappelez pour plus bas.
Orléans. Because,
Victor Sierra, est-ce que vous pouvez répéter s'il vous plaît? Victor Sierra, rappelez pour plus bas.
At one point we were going to the Pyrenees with car and...
On rappelle pour descendre plus bas, pardon, vous êtes à 84 Victor Sierra.
There was a lot of rain and everything was flooded here.
127 merci pour le service, bonne soirée, Southwest 35 Zulu. Au revoir.
We should be also sent to Unicom.
Vous êtes à 95 Victor Sierra, donc on est prêt à descendre, s'il vous plaît. Victor Sierra, descendez niveau unité 3-0.
Because we have left the control of Paris already. But we have not been told to switch so far, so I have to wait. It's a bit strange.
Pour le contrôle, au revoir.
You're flying the Q400, very nice. Like, since I've got that, I've also been flying that a lot. But today I wanted to fly a bit longer, so I wanted to fly with Toliss.
Bonjour, identified, climb flight level 350, on left direct Madrid.
Yeah, I really like the Q400, it's a very nice plane.
350 United 204 and turn left to Okazi.
I think in the past month, 2 months, I've only flown the Toliss and the Q400. Yeah, since the Q400 is out, mostly the Q400.
Roger, MEDIL United 204. Thank you.
Alpine 57 X Delta, confirmé qu'on est autorisé pour le niveau 100.
X Delta, c'est un niveau 100.
Voici merci.
Curious when we will be handed over to Unicom, because You're basically next to the Beauty, which already got told to go to Unicom 5 minutes ago.
163 Québec Fox, direct LATAM.
They might have forgot about us.
LATAM Québec Fox.
Might have forgotten about us. Well, if it's we are already middle of the Unicom, then I will ask if we can just switch, because at one point we'll have to switch anyway. Yeah, the Q400 is of course a bit slower, but it's very a lot of fun to fly, I agree. But in any case, I prefer flying a shorter flight, so that's perfect for me. That's why I also really like it. Like island hopping on the Canaries or the Azores, perfect. And it's much more work to fly, so I think it's more fun to fly than the Airbus. It's different, but I really like that there is no auto throttle. You have to manage the power. Find that a nice challenge, and also landing it nicely is an art. Now I'm getting into it, but first few landings were difficult.
957, bonjour, transpondeur 1000. Squawk on tower. Yes, squawk on tower.
Je ne pas pour la FSM avec vous. Niveau des vols 2290.
Oui, 957, transpondeur 1000, unité 000.
Transpondeur 1000, 000.
But like for example in cruise it's the same, so that's why I don't like flights when there is a long cruise.
54 X-ray Delta, direct Molba, contacté ARVID.
Because basically you don't have to do anything. And the same in the Q400 and the Toliss. You have a power setting and it's gonna be fine most of the time. I really think they forgot about us. They have forgotten about us to send us to Unicom.
Stadia 1165, turn left, proceed direct ADK.
Stadia 1165, turn left, direct ADK.
Yeah, no, I don't really fly the Zibo.
Changement de fréquence approuvé. Au revoir.
I've tried it a few times. I don't know, I'm not really a Boeing guy.
63 Québec Fox, contactez Marseille 123 805.
But I'm also the kind of person who tries to only fly a limited number of planes and know them more than fly a lot of different planes regularly. So that's why the Zibo and the Airbus, they're still the same category.
Avec Marseille 23 805.
Then I prefer flying the Airbus.
également 123 805, au revoir.
123 805, l'air 103 de Pégué, d'accord.
And also I have a yoke at home, a joystick, sorry, not a yoke, a joystick, and then that's more Airbus. And also in real life I fly with a small plane with a stick. That's why. So the Q400 is actually an outlier, because of course that's with the yoke, but I still fly that with the joystick. But typically I prefer flying also in the sim planes that have sticks. So that's also one of the reasons why I don't really fly the Zibo.
Apparition de l'Air France 4034. Bonsoir monsieur, libéré par l'approche d'Orly, on procède à Gopa 9 écho et on monte à 130.
Air France 4034, bonjour, montée niveau 350.
And no problem, I have nothing against Boeing people, so...
Direct Armal et on monte au 350
I see why people like it.
Stop 957, contact Marseille.
It's a very nice plane, especially for a freeware plane, it's extremely good.
En 21-31 au point d'arrêt 08 gauche.
Je vous rappelle.
Maybe I should ask the controller in Paris if we should go to Unicom.
21-31, piste 08 gauche, donc calme, autorisé.
It's gonna be a long time.
On s'aligne en décolle 08 gauche, vent calvaire.
It's always nice to hear, to listen to the conversation, so it's not such an issue and there is no other frequency here.
Bonjour, Alpine 754 Tango, actuellement au niveau 070, on arrive sur Cambrai.
754 Tango, bonjour, montée niveau 290.
And yes, in real life I fly from Charleroi.
Alpine 754 Tango.
L'hôtel 95 Victor Sierra, descendez 5000 pieds qu'une H 1022, changement de fréquence.
That's why I also in this sim I like to fly from Charleroi.
On descend à 5000 pieds pardon, QNH 1022 et on passera sur la tour à 118 150, l'ILS piste 26 volonté à 95 Victor Sierra. Merci beaucoup, bonne fin de journée, au revoir.
Isladia 1165, contact Marseille 123-805, bye bye.
Italia 1165 with Marseille, thank you, grazie, ciao ciao.
Pola 8654, contact Brest 119 825, bye bye.
Oh nice, so you did your PPL there with the theoretical exams. Very nice. Still have to do my theory. Unfortunately, I mean I've been studying it, but I've not done the exams yet. So that's still something I have to do.
Et Air France 3105, qu'on est établi LS 08 gauche.
3105, autorise approcher à la piste 08 gauche, continue approche numéro 1.
On continue l'approche 08 gauche numéro 1 Air France 3105.
Air France 2131, montée niveau 190 à gauche à Trex, contact terrain 127 555, au revoir.
On monte au niveau 180 et on contacte Reims et virage à gauche.
Thanks. I need more studying than luck, I think. But, thank you.
78, prévoyez Marseille, 63 805 pour l'arrivée, à bientôt.
Now in the winter with the bad weather there will be more time for studying and less opportunities for real life flying, I'm afraid. But that has to happen at 1.2, so...
Control station on frequency, price control is now closed at time, Unicom 122.8, bye bye. 5754 Tango, Reims 127 555, au revoir.
On passe avec Reims 127 555, Alpine 764 Tango.
Pour 3105, piste 08 gauche, autorisé atterrissage, vent variable 4 nœuds, Unicom 122, à bientôt.
Autorisé atterrissage 08 gauche et on passe sur Unicom 122 décimal 8. Merci beaucoup pour le contrôle et bonne fin de soirée à vous, Air France 3105.
Ah ouais.
C'est bien pris pour Air France 4037, on vous passe sur Unicom. Merci pour le service, c'est au plaisir.
Wow.
Right, Perry controls went offline. So I think they really just forgot about it. Well, it's a fact that they just forgot about us for a while. I'm gonna go to Unicom. But while we are in Unicom, or on Unicom, we can prepare the rest of the flight. So first we will have to contact Madrid control on 135.7. 135. Only 135.7. 1357. That's gonna be Madrid control. Let me write the frequencies down. So Madrid control 135.7. Then the next frequency is going to be Madrid approach. Approach on 136.105. 136.105. And then there is even tower and ground in Madrid, so that's gonna be nice. The Madrid tower is 118.155. Tower is 118.155. 118.155. And the ground is 123.155. Ground is 123.155. Okay, so the frequencies are there. And how is our approach and arrivals going to look like? It's all pretty straightforward, I think. So our arrival is going to be the BANEV 2 Delta, if I'm correct. The BANEV 2 Delta, indeed. And I've already prepared the chart of that, so this is the BANEV. So arrival. The airport is at 2000 feet, so that's also something we note down. Madrid is more or less 2000 feet. And with the BANEV 2 Delta is what we are going to be flying. So this just comes straight in from the Barahona VOR from BANEV. Where we'll be above flight level 150, so normally these things are properly in the Mach 2. So at BANEV, we are going to be still flight level 274, that's plenty above flight level 150. Speed restriction is only the typical 250, it's also in the computer, that's good. And then we go to Aspin. Aspin, yes, where we'll be flight level 71, and from there approach. Indeed, we have to be above 6,000, so that's correct. And then we intercept the glide slope at 5,000 feet, and that's also correctly set. There is no other at Aspin. There is a maximum 220 knots. Aspin max 220. Okay, that's fine. And that's it. And then we have this temporary procedure where the VOR for the missed approach is different than typically, because the normal VOR is, I think, under maintenance, or it's not working at this point, probably under maintenance. And then we land 232 right, and we have to vacate to the left anywhere where there is to vacate. But the runway is super long, so we don't need to use much of the brakes. Auto brake low on auto is fine, and then we'll even take over and vacate via where we can vacate. Then hopefully we don't get a too long taxi, but for the taxi procedures we'll just listen, write everything down, and then do our best to not get lost in this maze of the taxiways of Madrid. We can always see if there is a special procedure for arrivals, but don't think there is anything typical. Okay, so these are the typical taxi routes, but we have no idea which stand we are going to go, so that's no point in reading that. I think we are quite prepared. What we still need is a transition altitude, and it's at 13,000 feet. The transition altitude is 13,000 feet. The go around is going to be 10,000. Go around altitude is 10,000. These are the things we need to set in our flight computer, I mean the control and the flight computer. And then the frequency is 109.1. It's normally auto-tuned, but the ILS is the Mike Bravo Bravo 109.1, and the course is 323. So that is set. So we are basically ready, but we are still 250 nautical miles from the top of descent, which is going to be at 16:39 UTC. Now it's at 16:06, so still half an hour till the top of descent. I would watch something on Netflix or something normally. It's a pity that there is no ATC above Bordeaux. On the Continental Online day, half of France is not under ATC. It's a bit of a shame. Complete Germany, Czechia, Slovakia, Austria, the Balkan, Croatia, Slovenia is nicely covered. Then the western half of the Mediterranean is also covered. Spain is also quite good. Canaries also have a lot of control. Well, maybe I should have flown the Q400 on Canaries, but last time I also flew the Q400, so that's why I want to do something else now. And also the whole of Scandinavia is nicely covered, so could have done a flight with the Q400 there too, with the Widerøe. That's how they are pronounced. And of course now there is even a tower at the Charleroi Online. Well, it's alright. We had Brussels control to handle us, so no worries. But I think I'm gonna climb to flight level 350 now, because there is no traffic inside, and then we can at least be on our actual cruise altitude. Thanks for being here, Bo, and enjoy the rest of the Saturday. And see you next time, maybe. And then we are back at our initial climb, initial cruise altitude, and now automatically the Mag2 is also showing that we are in cruise phase. And only 220 nautical miles till the top of descent. It's still far, still far. Well, at least we can see Madrid now on our display with the smaller zoom setting. That's always a good sign. There are the Pyrenees. Actually, around the Pyrenees I think I have even ortho scenery, so there we might see something nicer as long as the sun is still up. In the distance, you can already start to see the Pyrenees. It's still very far And to the right you actually can see the sea, the Atlantic coast. I still think the A321neos are very nice looking planes. Like initially I thought they are a bit too long, but I think they are the nicest one of the A3 19, 20 or 21 series. Hi Steph, thanks for joining, even if it's only for a short while. We are unfortunately now at an area where there is no air traffic control. It's a bit of a strange thing on an online Continental Online event. If I look at WebEye, only like the area of Reims and Bordeaux in Paris, in France, which are not covered by ATC service. So it's a bit of a pity. But in like 13 minutes we'll arrive to Spain, and then in Spain we'll have ATC all the way. There's going to be Madrid control arrival, tower and ground so far. Actually Madrid is the most busy airport currently, with 33 inbounds and 21 outbounds. So there the traffic might be still interesting, and hopefully we'll get vectored. And then there is always time for a bit of popcorn if we have to change runway. I'm expecting 32 right, but of course it might be 32 left depending on the traffic. But that's still a bit away because yeah, top of descent is 173 nautical miles. And so far nothing to be done. All the checklists are complete. We have no issues on the display. So everything is quiet on every front for now. Like around 15 nautical miles from the top of descent, we'll have to start doing things again, descent preparation and some procedures. But yeah, that's still like 15 minutes. So top of descent is 1641. Top of descent is gonna be already after we contacted Madrid control. So first we'll contact Madrid control. I hope everything is going well with you, Steph, and with other people who might be watching also the same. I think the weather in Madrid is actually quite cloudy. I've seen the radar images. Let's see what the matter in Madrid is in the meantime. A lot of planes on the ground in Madrid. IVAO of traffic. So there is a variable wind of 2 knots, so that's nothing. And indeed it's broken at 5,000 feet above. It's only 12 degrees, so QNH is 1021. Still better weather than in Belgium, although the temperature not much more. But Madrid is at 2,000 feet, so it's also at altitude. Definitely a nice amount of traffic in the area. They're still using 32 left and right for arrival, so that's good. We are expecting 32 right. Yeah, and we are just entering the region where I have photo scenery installed. You can actually see that here is the limit. So now we are going to be flying in an area where I have actually orthophotos. Of course the sun angle is not the best for it to be actually visible, but alright. Maybe when we are above the Pyrenees we'll see a bit more the mountains. There's also quite some headwind, 44 knots. If I calculate the headwind component, it's probably around 30-35 knots. We are not extremely fast with a ground speed of only 411. Maybe we can make it a bit warmer in the cabin. 20 degrees, a bit chilly. It's almost time to contact Madrid. We are 6 minutes inbound the border. I will wait for like 3 minutes inbound. A bit of a pity for the low level sun. Now I cannot really see the scenery down to the mist. Yeah, there is also not much stuff below. Very rural areas. You can see that the Pyrenees are loading in, but very misty, very misty. So next frequency is going to be 135.7. 135.7, it's already prepared. We are less than 5 minutes inbound, so at any point we can contact Madrid control. So let's already switch frequency and then prepare the next one. And the next one after Madrid control is going to be Madrid approach.
Switching 123755. Goodbye, buenas noches.
And it's going to be 136.105. 136.
Madrid Control, habíamos pasado San Sebastián. Si me permite, pasamos a un Nikon 2.8. Muchas gracias, cliente 7. Ahora le iba a llamar, cambio de frecuencia aprobada. Adiós.
That's Biarritz. underneath. Right, let's contract Madrid control. We are...
Iberia 04 Sierra Tango, requerimos puesta en marcha. Iberia 04 Sierra Tango, puesta en marcha, aprobada.
In a second we are going to contact them. Okay, we are inbound ARVID, right? Okay.
Madrid, control 248, vueling 2489, listos para rodar. Vueling 2489, ruede punto espera Bravo y aprobado backtrack y alinear pisados 2. Recibido, puerta Bravo y alineamos con la pista 22, vueling 2489.
Madrid control, Wizz Air 2185, good evening at flight level 350 inbound ARVID.
Wizz Air 2185, Madrid, hello, on radar contact flight level 350, near 5.
Alright, identified.
Estamos listos, descenso de Hispania 262 Bravo.
Hispania 262 Bravo, descienda para antes de vuelo 120.
Descendemos para 120, Hispania 262 Bravo.
El Hispania 262 Bravo, para su información en San Sebastián, prevé aproximación por pista 22.
Prevé una aproximación por para pista 22, Hispania 262 Bravo.
Annoying because the controller is quiet and everybody else is loud, so I have the choice of putting it louder for the controller and being completely overloaded by sound whenever anybody else talks.
Control, good afternoon, Portugal 1334, flight level 340, inbound Nublu.
Portugal 1334, Madrid, hello, on radar contact, flight level 340.
Crossing the Pyrenees, I always like that.
Iberia 04 Sierra Tango, listo rodar. Iberia 04 Sierra Tango, ruede punto de espera pista 29, vía puerta al en Puerto Southwest. Autorizar la pista punto de espera 29 para Bravo a Iberia 047. Well, Express 376, we are leaving your space. 376, yes, please contact press on 119.85, goodbye. Wind press controlling 19.825, thank you so much. Well, Express 376, muchas gracias, muy amable, chao.
Are we still going to land in Madrid before the sun sets? Good question. Let's see. Why is this not in flight plan? Okay, so we are expected at 7 minutes past 6 local time, so 18:07. Let me check when the sunset is in Madrid. Madrid. The sunset today in Madrid is at 17:55, so it's gonna be a few minutes after sunset, our touchdown. Top of decent 81 nautical miles. Something was loading.
Alcanzando nivel 120, solicitamos más descenso, Hispania 2 Bravo.
Hispania 2 Bravo, por el momento descienda para nivel de vuelo 80.
Descendemos para nivel 80, Hispania 2 Bravo.
Yeah. Okay, that's just the background. Why? Okay, why was this not turned on to maximum? I was already a bit surprised that this was not so bright. Okay, but I don't need the Terran so bright. Okay, that's good. I think my first officer must have messed around. Oh, we got disconnected. We have to quickly connect back. For a second we were disconnected, I don't know why.
Madrid control, Tancho 560 heavy transfer.
Tancho 560 Madrid, hello, on radar contact flight level 380, continuous negative. Flight direct to Tabanera, November Echo Alpha.
Might still have to go on to another frequency of Madrid. 133755.
You don't copy the next waypoint. Can you repeat, please?
Tancho 560, yes, no problem. Flight direct, November Echo Alpha.
Flight director, November Echo Alpha, Tancho 560, heavy, thank you.
España 262 Bravo, servicio radar terminado, notifique librando el borde San Sebastián.
Notificaremos librando borde San Sebastián, España 262 Bravo.
España 262 Bravo y continúe descenso 6000 pies, QNH en San Sebastián 1019.
Continuamos descenso para 6000 con QNH San Sebastián de 1019, Hispania 262 Bravo.
Wellington 2489 prevé una demora de 4 minutos para salida por tráfico en llegada.
Wellington 2489, estoy en la pista 22, listo para salir.
Sí, le confirmo, espero una demora de 4 minutos por tráfico en llegada.
Recibido, esperamos demora de 4 minutos, Wellington 2489. Iberia 04 Sierra Tango, listo para salida.
Iberia 04 Sierra Tango, viento en calma, pista 29, autorizado a despegar.
Autorizado a despegar, pista 29, Iberia 04 Sierra Tango.
Okay, time to set up the plane for descent. Landing elevation is set to auto already, flight on arrival is set, descent to wind, so let's enter destination data first. Range is 1021. QNH 1021. 1021, we note down that for later too. 1021, the temperature is 12 degrees Celsius. Wind is 0603 knots, 0603 knots. Pressure flight level is 130, 130. That's fine. What are the minimums for simple ILS? For C2094, 2094, and that's it. We do a normal, and then what we can still do is the winds. After the top of descent, access wind data. Of course, we cannot do a wind request, so we do it manually. Sorry, no, it's in the charts. the weather page and then descent. So at 350 we have 161 28, 161 28 at flight level 350, 161 28 flight 350, 1747, 1747 flight level 200.
Librando borde San Sebastián, Hispania.
And 1643.
Hispania 26 Bravo, recibido, notifique en curso final pista.
Flight level, well, it's actually already altitude, 10,000 feet.
Notificaremos curso final de pista, entiendo, Hispania 26 Bravo.
Yep, okay. That's good. Fuel prediction check. Oh, plenty of extra time. That's good. Then progress performance. We can do here Madrid V2 and we are right. Then we'll see. And the top of descent is 37 nautical miles and that's ready. We will do auto brake low. We'll need the ILS already set 109.
Pista 22 autorizada a despegar Vueling 2489, gracias.
1091 and the course is also correct.
4 Sierra Tango, notifique librando nivel de vuelo 120.
Notificamos librando 120, Iberia 04 Sierra Tango.
And we'll actually use the engine anti-ice too because we'll descend through clouds.
Muy buenas, Madrid Control, aquí Iberia 552, pasando nivel 106 en salida del Thunder Titan 6 Alfa.
Iberia 552, Madrid, buenas tardes, contacto radar, continúa ascenso final 330.
Now let's prepare descent checklists.
Directos non-2 y nivel final 330, Iberia 552, gracias.
For later, so we already briefed. That's already gonna be done for that, but still far. So no reason to worry about that for now. Top of descent is in 28.
Iberia 552 en Madrid, espere y ILS Zulu pista 32 izquierda vía non-2 Charlie.
Non-2 Charlie para ILS 32 izquierda, Iberia 552.
Vueling 2489, notifique librando nivel de vuelo 100.
There is 29 inbounds to Madrid, so it's a nice amount of traffic. There is now even an extra approach. Madrid final 127505. 127505, just to have everything prepared. 127505. Before that, it's still Madrid approaches 136.105, 136.105. I've already said that, good. Okay, less than 20 nautical miles, then I will ask for top of descent. I mean, ask for descent.
Iberia 04 Sierra Tango, librando 12.
Iberia 04 Sierra Tango, está en contacto radar, continúa ascenso nivel vuelo final 300, vuele directo a Zamora.
Autorizado nivel final 300, directo a Zamora, Iberia 04 Sierra Tango.
Okay, 11, so Wizz Air 2185 requesting descent.
There's 2185, descent flight level 250.
Descent flight level 250, Wizz Air 2185. And now of course we are descending a bit earlier than our calculated profile, but we'll catch up with the calculated profile here where this blue arrow is. Otherwise, I think we are pretty ready. Descent, all sector was done. Set speed brakes not necessary. Pilot side back to displays and progress descent. Non-flying sign is on flight plan. Terran on. The ND is set.
El final de la pista 22 San Sebastián, Hispania 262 Bravo.
Hispania 262 Bravo, viento 260 grados 4 nudos, pista 22, autorizado a aterrizar.
Autorizado a aterrizar, Hispania 262 Bravo.
For the arrival, there is only two options: the 2 Delta and something else.
Travel 5 Corsair, contact Madrid on 133.755, goodbye.
Alright, soon at before Bonn, you'll have to slow down to flight level to 250 knots. But that's also in the Magdu, so it should be fine. You can actually see here the magenta dot. That's the deceleration point.
Madrid Control, buenas tardes, TOR 666 con destino a Bilbao y en curso hacia Ronco a nivel de vuelo 310, solicitamos descenso.
TOR 666, Madrid, buenas tardes, contacto radar, descienda para nivel de vuelo 250.
Para 250, le escucho 3, TOR 666.
Wedding 2489, contacto radar, continúa ascenso final 280.
Will probably be handed over to approach very soon. That should be 136105. Already prepared, 136105. Okay, now we are on the deceleration point. So by the time of Bonn, we'll slow down to 250. You can see our speed dropping. We leveled off for a second. Slow down.
Tor 666 en Bilbao, espere y el SFU pista 30 vía Cegan 2 Quebec.
Vía Cegan 2 Quebec, creo que ha dicho, es que le escucho muy bajo, Tor 666.
Research 2185, contact Madrid on 136.10,
136.105, thanks, bye, Wizard 2185.
BANEV 4 vientos, delta Index 005. Recibido break, Europa 290 para el ascenso a nivel 230.
Paramos 230, Europa 290.
Air France 12 Victor Hotel, descend 7000.
Madrid, muy buenas. Bolín 2 Lima Kilo, pasando 3, corrección, 4000.
Bolín 2 Lima Kilo, buenas Madrid, contacto radar 4500 pies, suba a nivel 240.
Ascenso 240, Bolín 2 Lima Kilo.
Madrid approach Wizard 2185, good afternoon, descending flight level 250 on the BANEV 2 Delta arrival.
Wizard 2185, hello, Madrid radar contact. Descend, correction, maintain level 250, expect runway 32 left.
Maintain level 250 and expect the runway 32, say again the runway, Wizard 2185.
32 left.
32 left, Wizard 2185. Okay. Then we have to quickly change 32 left. Okay, back approach. 32 left, the temporary. And that's also via upspin. Okay, okay. Flight, let's do it here. Flight plan. Madrid arrival 32 left Victor, right? Victor, 32 left Victor. BANEV 2 Delta via Aspin. Transition none, insert. Okay, would be still good. Plan. Okay, perfect. Frequency, is the frequency different? 19.9 tuned. Okay, that's all good. All good.
Europa 290, llame en Madrid, 33750, hasta luego.
Okay, then
Madrid 33755, Europa 290.
There's gonna be a final approach frequency.
Bolín 2 Lima Kilo, librando los 10.000, directo Sagre.
Directo Sagre, Bolín 2 Lima.
And
Delta India Sierra 05, destino a 7000. 7000 pies, Delta India Sierra 05.
Okay, not too long time, and we should.
Delta India Sierra 05, esperen datos 7 en 4 vientos, QNH 1020. Llama 7 en 4 vientos, QNH 1020, Delta India Sierra 05.
Okay, but at one point you should really start going down, huh?
Delta India Sierra 05, ahora mismo en presente, bueno, si están volando en NVB 4 vientos podrían hacer una entrada directa. Una vez se estén librando el CTR de Madrid, si quieren podemos cambiar de reglas a visual y hacer entrada directa. Por lo contrario puede unirse al circuito, basándose en el NVB y descender a altitud del circuito. Sí, entonces me confirma que vamos en el evento más circuito. ¿El TN 005? El TN 005, disculpe que me lo dan por detrás. Entendí. ¿Continúan al NDB y entran en circuito para descender altitud de circuito? Sí, le pregunto eso.
Sí, por mí no hay problema, no hay tráfico, así que una vez libran STR tipo alfa de Barajas, por mí no hay ningún problema si cambian de reglas y entran en visual directa a la 27. Están prácticamente perfectos para entrar.
Hi Florian, no, the destination is Madrid.
De hecho tienen la pista justamente en el rumbo en el que van.
Pues lo más posible, así que nada, sobre el Tical del aeropuerto me gustaría hacer el circuito al sur, el time de 005.
Del time de 005 recibido, pues continúa el descenso a 7 y llame para cambio de reglas.
Vamos a 7000 y digamos del time 005.
I'm way too high. Flight level 250, it's very high, eh? Now I would need 5,700. Descend 8,000 feet, QNH 1021. I don't know why didn't they say that. I'll never make it. It's weird, they did not say anything. Now I had to get via text message. Range. What if he...
Del time de 005 desciende a 6000.
6000 del time de 005.
Even with speed brakes, you will not make that.
Vueling próxima kilo, llame Madrid 3375, buen vuelo.
3375 Madrid, adiós, Vueling próxima kilo, gracias.
They will have to vector us around. Ah, no, we might make it, okay.
Europa 1083 Madrid, hello, radar contact line, level 246.
With full speed brakes, not the most elegant, but okay. Let's see our checklist. We are still far from the approach, of course. Only charts, approach. Get 10,000, I still have some action items, but everything else is done. There's 1021 still, right? QNH 1021. Okay, we'll actually make it still. Nice. Gonna be a bit tricky to slow down to 220 at Asbin. But there is not much traffic in front of me. There is one plane from Barcelona and they will still arrive before me, but the rest looking good. Yeah, I don't know if they were too busy to say something, or maybe they just said something in Spanish and I didn't hear it, and then they sometimes just send the message. It's possible. And thanks, Florian. He did a nice livery, and it's my own livery. I made it myself. You can find it on the forums. I should have also included that in the description of the video. I will do that later.
Tendría 005, descienda a 5000.
5000
el 05 debería tener campo Asus 12, ¿lo ves?
Okay, transitional altitude at
05 quieren
13,000.
finalmente el circuito o entrada directa.
Sí, que monta el circuito después.
Delta India Sierra 05, pues instrumental cancelado a las 16:54. Entre circuito sur, pista 27. Es el único en el aeropuerto, llame final.
Ok, presentamos circuito al sur, demos final.
Okay, next frequency.
Madrid, aproximación, buenas tardes, India Charlie.
Final approach 127505. That's done.
India Charlie, Golf, Alfa Tango, Madrid, buenos, contacto radar, descienda, 10.000 pies, QNH 1021, espera en la izquierda.
Descendemos 10.000 pies, tuve QNH 1021 y encerramos de izquierda, India Charlie, Golf, Tango.
Okay, that's done, so let's do a checklist.
We should 2185, descend 6,000 feet.
Descend 6,000 feet, is that 185?
Flota 1083, derecha directo Segre.
Briefing, so we do 32 left, go around altitude was 10,000 feet I think. Go around altitude, no it's 9,000 feet from this one, okay. We had to change runway, so to go around is at 9,000 from here.
Muy buenas Madrid, aquí Iberia 552, nivel 317 para 250 volando Navas.
Iberia 552, Madrid, buenas, contacto radar, descienda,
1-2000 pies,
status,
everything is green, seatbelt sign is on, barrel ref is set 1021.
Esperamos la izquierda, descendemos 1-2000 pies y con
engine mode is as required, approach checklist is completed.
Madrid approach, good evening, Qatari 905 inbound Prado, flight level 250 with you.
Qatari 905, Madrid, hello, radar contact level 250, descend 9,000 feet, QNH 1021, expect feet to left.
Can you please repeat the level?
Descend 9,000 feet, QNH 1021.
Descend 9,000 feet, QNH 1021, Qatari 905.
Okay, just shouldn't forget closing the speed brakes when we need to. Okay, I think we are already good without speed brakes. Because this is where we'll reach 6,000 and that's perfectly enough. We're actually back on the profile, the pre-calculated profile. So we don't need to do anything special. It should be on progress. Yes, we are on the profile, so that's good. Landing lights on, seatbelt signs on. We'll actually see Madrid to the somewhere.
We should 2185, contact Madrid final approach, frequency 127.505.
Madrid final approach on 127.505, is that 185? Yeah, I can just switch. And then tower 118155. 118.155. Madrid final approach, Wizard 2185, good evening, descending to 6,000 feet.
Research 2185 Madrid identified, turn right, heading 260, descend 5,000.
Right, heading 260, descend 5,000 feet, Wizard 185. Okay, vectors. Okay, so we'll intercept here, basically at the last waypoint at Papa Delta Tango. And we will make sure that we slow down also as needed. Okay, that's enough. We just have to be at 5,000 there. Let's also slow down a bit, because now we are very fast. Okay, landing checklist for the next. Everything else is okay, the ILS is already set. The LS push button is there. The runway is gonna be this one, 32 left. We can prepare the charts that we are looking at.
We share 2185 right, 290 cleared, ILS 32 left.
Cleared for ILS 32, left with at 185.
We share 2185 right, heading 290.
Heading 290 with at 185. I missed that. Okay, and then we will intercept the localizer. So we'll have to hit approach, the speed can stay managed. Tower is already set at 118.155, correct, check. Managed speed is good. For a second leveling off at 5,000.
2,500.
That's good, we can do flaps 1 already. Not that it's actually really necessary. Okay, zoom in a bit more. Okay, we are almost intercept, so we can do approach when the diamond starts moving. Let's say, oh yeah, speed brake is still out, sorry about that. Okay, let's do approach. Autopilot 1, 2.
We share 2185 call Madrid, 1 correction call Barajas 18155, bye-bye.
Barajas on 118.155 is at 185, thanks, bye-bye. And the ground is gonna be 123.155, 123... 155. Ground altitude is gonna be 9,000. Barajas Tower is at 2185, good evening. We are established on the ILS for runway 32 left.
We share 2185, wind scan, runway 32 left, clear to land.
Runway 32 left, clear to land, Wizard 285. Alright, now we just have to slow down because we are still very fast. Why are we so fast? Gears down.
2,500.
Okay, that's gonna be enough to slow down. And we are still 2,500, so that's fine, gonna be perfectly fine. I'm not at all worried for a second. Okay, let's call the cabin. Lights. Checklist, cabin is secured for landing, auto throttle is at managed speed, gear around altitude set, and spoilers armed and flaps full. So, cabin secured, auto throttle is at managed speed, go around altitude at 9,000, ECA memo no blue, so we are ready for landing. And a chart, quick chart, we will have to vacate to the left. I'm quite sure about that. Yeah, we'll vacate to the left, I guess. I hope. Or maybe Tyre will just tell us where to vacate, that would be the nicest. Okay, at 1000 above I will take over and we go manually, 1000 above, so manual and flight directors can go off. Bit of wind from the right.
$500, $400, $300, $100 above, $200, minimum,
continue,
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, retard, 10, retard, 5.
Okay, I have the brakes. And we will vacate to the left here. Wizz Air 2185, runway vacated.
Wizz Air 185, Roger, contact the ground, 123, 155.
Ground on 123.155, thanks Wizz Air 2185. And we are, where are we? We are at Alpha 13. Alpha 13, let's clean up first, everything. Oops, APU, landing lights off, taxi, auto, start, and then ground, 123.155.
Bye bye, good day.
Good day, thanks for flying.
Lingo's strobe, yeah, and weather radar is also off on the ground. Barajas ground, Wizz Air 2185, good afternoon. We have just vacated runway 32 left on Alpha 13, requesting taxi.
2185, good evening sir. Buenas tardes, Madrid. Continue. Taxi. Alpha to the south, gate 3, stand on your choice.
Continue taxi via the Alpha, South Gate 3 and stand 123 Wizz Air 2185. Hopefully, and now we have to find that. Okay. Gate 6. Where is gate 3? Gate 6, gate 5. Wait, gate 3, gate 6, where is gate 3? Yeah, Madrid and the taxiing, that's always difficult. Where is gate 3? Maybe I can find the stand first. Airport. Park, oops. Let's stay on the taxiway. Let's check where gate 3 is. The coordinates. By alpha, I'm on alpha. Where is gate 3? Alpha, this is still alpha. South 3, that's gonna be this one. So alpha and then south 3. Okay, I see it. Okay, so alpha 13, 14, but then I cannot go left. Interesting. Maybe it's... Wait,
Sir, 2185, I told you Alpha to the south. No problem. Continue Alpha, and in the next taxiway on your left, okay, join Mike. Juliet to the Terminal 4. The Terminal 4 is the terminal that you have in front of you on your left, okay?
Sorry for that, we were already facing north when we turned onto Alpha. But we will take the first one to the left, Mike, and then Juliet, and then we will get to our stand on 123 at Terminal 4. Sorry again, Wizard 185.
Problem.
Okay, so Mike, Juliet, that's more clear.
Buenas tardes, Madrid rodadora, aquí Airnosrum 4586, estamos en el 404, listos rodar.
Airnosrum 4586, buenas, Whisky X-Ray al sur, Romeo, punto de espera Zulu 436 izquierda.
Pues Whisky X-Ray al sur, Romeo, Zulu 436 izquierda, Airnosrum 456.
Mike, first left and then Juliet. Okay, Mike, Juliet. Juliet is immediate to the left. Yeah, I was also gonna request progressive taxi, Hank. If they didn't say anything, I was already thinking about that. Okay, that's available already, and we don't need the anti-ice again. But now maybe a bit slow down and check out where 123 is. Stands, where are the stands? Stands, Terminal 4. Hello, but there is no 123.
Ground, buenas tardes, Serenade 17 Foxtrot Delta. Back in position, Tango 6, ready for pushback.
Then Foxtrot Delta, good evening, buenas tardes, estás facing to the north, pushback and start up.
Facing north, pushback approach, Serenade 17 Foxtrot Delta.
Madrid Grand from the Wizard 2185, can you tell us the stand number once again?
The number, no problem, you can, the stand that you want, sir. Continue, Juliet, it is the present taxiway, and the stand on your choice.
Stand of choice and continue on Juliet. Thank you, Wizard 185.
No problem.
Rodadora, buenas tardes, Iberia 0839 en el stand 380, listo para retroceso.
Okay, then we'll just go to the other side. There is quite a lot of space there and it's well lit. So let's continue the Juliet. And let's do a checklist. Is there? No, there is only a parking checklist, but after landing, landing lights were off and retracted, nosewheel lights were set to taxi, strobe lights were already set to auto, ground spoilers were disarmed, yes. Engine mode select is normal, weather runner and Terran, we don't need that anymore. Transponder is already on standby, flaps are retracted, APU master is on, APU started, brake temperature monitoring, but it's alright so far. And then the next one is at parking, so we'll just go and get a parking spot there, behind or next to the Iberias. Yeah, stand of choice, yoo-hoo, indeed. But I actually like to be given a stand and then I have to look up which stand it is. Stand of choice is always a bit like a... don't know, a lazy thing. Like if I was ground, I would give everybody a stand. No stand of choice.
Tráfico, la vista Iberia 0839.
0839, cuando le pase el tráfico, retroceso y puesta en marcha aprobada, encarando.
Alright, so is this where we go right already?
Cuando pase el tráfico, retroceso aprobado, encarando Iberia 0839.
So we go right here, and then we'll stand next to the Iberia. There in 380, then we take the next one. And this is 382. Just that we can tell them that we'll turn off here. Ooh, that's gonna be a narrow spot. My. Okay. I think I might cheat a bit and look from the outside because it's very difficult. Okay, back to the cockpit. Hello, to the left. To the left. More to the left. I'm on the line, okay.
Nostrum 4586, vaya llamando Torre 118,155, buen vuelo, hasta luego.
Estamos con Torre 18155, muchas gracias por el control. Buena tarde, Nostrum 4586.
Parking brakes.
Barajas, ground, good evening, Qatari 905, requesting taxi to the gate.
Anti-ice is off, APU bleed is on, and then external power, let's say external power is also available. External power on, and then engine 1 and 2 can go off.
Qatari 905, sorry, can you please repeat?
There's no problem. Continue Alpha to the south is the taxiway on your left.
Then
3,
runway turn off lights, taxi lights off, beacon lights off when the engines have stopped. Engine 1, engine 2 stopped.
Continue left on Alpha,
beacon lights
Alpha
off.
to the south and gate 3 and then gate of choice. Qatari 905.
And then we will get now a gate also. That this other Iberia is totally going to push back into us. I hope not. It's gonna be a very expensive pushback. Hello guys. Uh-oh. Stop, 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 stop. Oh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Well, a bit close for comfort, but okay. So we got our gate, that's good. Nose wheel lights, wind lights were off, beacon lights were now off. They were already off. Elapsed time counter 2 hours 21 minutes. Fuel pumps can go off.
Flight 03, contact tower 118.155.
True oxygen supply can go off. Display units can dim from the
155, flight 02, thank you.
Ryanair 17 Foxtrot Delta.
And thanks for watching guys, Steph, and also for Hank if you're still here. And see you next time, of course.
Mike to the north, Romeo 5, holding point 36 left.
Gate 1, Mike to the north, Romeo 5, holding point 02, runway 36 left, and have 110 for Delta.
We'll still say goodbye to the controller.
Iberia 0839, Ruede Juliet. Delta al norte, Romeo, Zulu 4, 36 izquierda.
Julius Delta al norte, Romeo, Zulu 436 izquierda, Iberia 0839.
Can open our doors. Just to be nice here. So this one can go open. Let's open our cargo doors too for loading. And then we can request also loader 1 and 2 and a GPU and maybe a fuel. Okay. Brake fans, do we need brake fans? We also need brake fans because stuff is hot. Wizard 185 is shutting down at stand 382. Thank you for the service.
Thanks for flying, good evening, bye.
Okay, so we are on Unicom. We'll disconnect in a second and then I will still show the replay. A bit floaty landing, but actually quite nice. Okay, we are unloading and passengers can also exit. Maybe we can have also a catering truck come up. Let's say a catering truck. And catering number 2. And for that we need the door also, the 4 left. There you go, also a catering truck. The lights are not the prettiest, but we are in Madrid. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, the securing the aircraft, so parking checklist APU bleed is as required, engines are off, seatbelt signs are off, right? I already let the people go out. Oh no, so people can now start leaving the plane. And engines are off, seatbelt signs are off, external lights as required. We actually don't need anything else, and the strobe lights can go off already, and the navigation logo lights can stay, and the strobe lights are auto. Navigation logo lights can stay. The fuel pumps are already off, the parking brakes and chocks are set, mobile phones can be used, transponder is standby, and the radars are off. So the parking checklist is complete. I'm just simply going to disconnect and then show the replay, and that's gonna be the end of today. In a long flight, it's already been a long stream too, without too much popcorn except for this taxi difficulties in Madrid. So let's disconnect. So offline of the IVAO, we are offline. And then now for the replay we will remove all the catering things and the ground services. Otherwise it's a bit difficult, and put all the doors in the closed position. Otherwise things look a bit strange when you do the replay, or might look a bit strange. Okay, we'll wait for the door to close. Okay, and then let's do replay. Okay, a bit more, a bit more, a bit more, and that's a good distance. So let's do the replay. First, maybe just from next to the plane. Will be probably a tiny bit of a floater, but still a nice landing. Especially since I've mostly flown the Q400 lately, and not this plane. To say I'm not 100% happy with the scenery from Aerosoft. It's clear just a conversion of an earlier, I don't know, P3D or maybe even an FSX scenery. There are some textures that are not very amazingly looking. Also some night textures which are like XP10 category. But the models of the buildings are actually very nice, so overall not too bad. Also quite heavy on the frames, but for my computer is still fine. Yeah, we just did a bit too much of the flare, so, or a bit too early, but it's all right. All right. Interesting that yeah, that there was Lufthansa which is probably loaded in, and when I disconnect, then the models are left there for some reason. It's really strange because I'm really disconnected. I'm not on the network anymore. Okay, let's do this once more from the point of the view of maybe the passengers, and then one more from the point of the view of the runway. Then that's gonna be it.
Minimum.
So one from behind the wing, as usual. Alright, so normally I think we would have gotten a gate there at the other terminal, because the low-cost planes are flying to that terminal, so that's why the guy told me, the controller, to first go south, but of course I was already looking north on the exit on Alpha 13, so it would have been really difficult to go south from there. But anyway, I was happy to park at the Terminal 4, which is the nicer terminal. And then, okay, one more final replay. From the point of view of the threshold.
5. Minimum.
Okay, it's from the extended threshold. So. Yeah, just a tiny bit too early flares here. Like stop and then settle down. Not too bad. In any case, not too bad. And in the background, the famous terminal. Alright, so only securing the aircraft is what's left. Parking brake is already on. The other rules can go off. Exterior lights, all exterior lights can go off. We assume everybody left the plane already. The APU bleed can go off. The APU master switch can go off. All the radio management panels can go off. And of course this is normal. Replay. The emergency exit lights can go off. So that's here. No smoking signs off, emergency exit lights off. And then the batteries 2 and 1 off, and external power also off. And that's it, we are cold and dark again. Thank you for being present during the stream, or thank you for rewatching parts afterwards later if you feel like doing that. We'll see when the next stream is going to be. It's going to be probably the Q400, because I really like that plane too, and it's nice to alternate between these two. I hope you enjoyed the flight. I hope you will find some parts of it useful, and I will see you the next time. Fly safe and bye bye.